So anyway, we know that Angus was abused as a child and that they saw the ghost. I mean, do you think that the ghost is a ghost or do you think it's a guy?
Honestly, tough call. I guess it would have to be a guy, but he does kind of move, not in a way that a guy would normally move. I don't know. Maybe they're taking advantage. Maybe they're a bird and they're taking advantage of like their species' unique ability to fly or something like that. It's not. That's not something that this universe of Night in the Woods has taken advantage of so far. But I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe just
Yeah.
the fact that they're a bird, like they're a bird because they run fast.
Maybe there are like four birds in a jacket or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was like in that last cut where the ghost just suddenly fucking booked it right after them. If it was a ghost, I was like, holy shit, that thing runs fast.
And he doesn't run with feet, or at least not that we've seen.
Well, we probably have to go back later and check it out ourselves, but I think that he was running with his feet, but running really freaking fast. I wonder, like, I wonder if that thing lives in the woods, if the guy lives in the woods or the ghost lives in the woods, or he can like visit town once in a while, like at night, because at this point May's pretty much kind of in danger, and she's not in shape. She can run and jump fast, but she's not in shape at all. I mean, if that ghost comes for her, she's fucked.
Well, the guy in the jacket is also twice your size.
Yeah, true enough. I get long strides and all that.
Hmm.
So, May's dad seems to have some back pains and is out of shape. Have you ever had that problem? Like, you ever been
Back
like back
pains?
pain or I know you're getting fit with ITG, but have you ever like gotten like pains like that, like fucking chronic pain that you can't get rid of?
Well, that's kind of a generous way of putting what I do with my video game, but um, sometimes if I lift a lot.
Like just lifting with your back, not with your legs, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not a very good lifter, but I still do it a lot because I'm a second born son, and we have a big garage full of junk that we can never decide to do, and we can never decide what to do with. So every summer we got to go in there and move shit around.
Sounds like what do I do? Too bad you don't have a basement or an attic like Maze. Otherwise, you could just throw shit in there. Otherwise, you could probably make a room up there.
Well, we do have a basement, but it's an apartment. It's filled out right now.
The basement I have is a restaurant.
You live on top. You live on top of a restaurant.
Yeah, I live in a townhouse.
You never once told me that.
Well, it's on top of like this veggie bar, this vegan restaurant. The second floor of my townhouse is basically a failed net cafe. The third floor is my neighbor, my downstairs neighbor, and the fourth floor is me and my roommate.
Do you get free food from the restaurant?
No, it's a business. They're not gonna sell you. It's like this is a common thing in Montreal. A lot of like businesses on the first floor, and then you have stairs to reach the residences.
Hmm.
So B or May is saying we saw the ghost in the woods. How's B gonna react? Really, Angus saw this.
Well, if Angus corroborates with May, then maybe she'll be more inclined to believe him.
So she's texting Angus to double check because trust but verify.
Yeah.
It's like, why won't you just trust me? Because Angus is an annoyingly strident atheist. That's a good way to put it.
So yeah, if Angus believes him, or if Angus corroborates with May, like I said, then yeah, there.
Why can't you take my word for it? No. I gotta hear Angus out first, okay?
It was probably a hunter.
He didn't say that in the car. Ah! Oh, May. For what it's worth, I don't not believe you. Wow, thanks, V.
There you go. That's what friends are for.
Yeah, other than getting pissed in your pants scared by the ghost, you learned a lot about Angus, and you saw some stars.
Why is this the first that May's heard of this? Apparently, it's not a secret.
Well, Well, May, don't forget, May is forgetful. Oh, there you go. Angus and I have been friends since 8th grade, so of course B would know this. But May probably doesn't because she never friggin' talks to Angus, or maybe she just ignores the world around her. You're not like the glue holding all of us together. Oh, snap. Angus is the one.
Damn.
Angus is the glue. As they say, in every group of friends, there's one person that everyone hates.
Yep.
And if you're like, that's not true, then you're the person. I'm going to sleep. Yeah, I think. I wonder if Angus and B talk to each other sometimes about May, and be like, God, what is May doing today? Or May came by and said whatever,
Hmm.
Hey, hey.
That's an awfully aggressive question.
Did he not tell you about it? Yeah, that's aggressive. Yeah, it was great until it was super scary. I think that considering that we know that Greg and Angus have been fighting, did he not tell you about it? Seems like kind of like a dick thing to say, like stoking the fire. So I think it's just being saying like, yeah, it was fun until it was scary, kind of like covers the bases without aggressively saying, what, didn't Angus tell you? Oh, okay, well, Greg knows. It was the effing ghost again. Hold on.
Is May left-handed?
That's a good question. She plays the bass. She's strumming. No, she's right-handed because she was strumming the bass with the right hand.
Okay.
Oh, what the hell? It was the hunter. A hunter of souls. Go on.
She knows that's what Angus's story is.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I think the game is assuming that if you talk with Greg first, you can also talk to B. Hey May, this is Angus.
You can tell it's Angus because he's talking properly.
Actually, funnily enough, a couple days ago, I was playing Overwatch, and I joined up with this other group, and I was just typing, as I normally do, like very polite, very, very proper grammar, and this guy just like, why are you using grammar? And I'm like, 2 reasons. First, I'm an English teacher. Second, I just grew up typing like this. And he was like, grammar sucks.
Grammar sucks.
And I'm like, okay, I don't know how old you are, but...
What was he, 8?
I don't know, but he was like, how old are you? And I'm like, 29, going on 30, and he was just like, oh. And I was like, there you go. I'm proper English, second language learner, but my English is better than yours, apparently.
Grammar is a pretty important skill.
It is. You can put Greg back on. Now we know that Greg's going to be there because he's like, yo, boyo, what you up to?
Sort of like that, sure.
I'm an artiste. Greg is an artist? I don't believe that for a second.
I want some fantastic yums.
This is Greg. You and Angus are talking on my computer. Well, thanks for clarifying.
Alright. We're all up to speed.
Oh, hey, I'm Angus, so I'm so smart and have a great ass.
Those are both lovely things to say.
Blah, blah, blah. You two are talking a lot. Well, we gotta discuss the fact that it was a ghost, Greg.
A dirty message in the paint program.
Because, that's what boyfriends do. It's a dick with his hat on it and a smiley face. I want to see that picture now.
God, why would you want to see that?
Because it's fan art. It's fan art of Angus's dick, apparently. His dick has
if you want that, I'm sure there's plenty of opportunities on the internet.
God, don't even fucking. Oh, hey Angus. I was gonna say, don't even fucking remind me that somebody has probably drawn Rule 34 of this game. It saddens me. It saddens me.
Okay, first of all, that's exactly what you just said you wanted to see.
No. I did not just say that. I said I wanted to see this game's rendition of that.
So you want there to be Rule 34 of Night in the Woods in Night in the Woods?
Well, it's not Rule 34 if it's Greg drawing a silly picture.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
What's your difference? What has to make it Rule 34?
Well, number one, it has to be explicit sexual acts for one.
That is what Rule 34 is.
Just drawing like a silly looking dick with a hat on it does not Rule 34 make.
Yes, it does. Rule 34, the explicit wording of the rule is there. If it exists, there is porn of it.
Okay, let's just cut this discussion in the bud right now, because it's dream time, my friend. And I got a super Darkest Dungeon vibe running through this whole segment here.
Alrighty. The hills seem to be moving.
Maybe it's just the camera again. Yeah, it's the camera again, I think. Well, now we're getting some broken woods, a moon. That would be like a nice desktop, I think.
We in the middle of a battleground, maybe? There's a big old cat.
Oh, and May's actually talking now. In these dreams.
Hey there, big old cat. Well, alright then. So that's good.
It's your cat, Tutley.
That's not my cat.
You're the first thing here I've thought to talk to. Well, it's because everything else has melted you and absorbed you into their being.
Everything else immediately destroyed you. Are you God in my dreams? What makes you think God?
I don't know, because it's a giant cat.
Nah.
It's got a big hair. It's got a lot of hair. Look at how hairy that thing is.
It's a cat. Cats are covered in hair. Look at May. She's covered in hair.
Well, her hair is like very, very small. Seconds ago, little creatures are coming.
Okay. That's a fair warning.
And they are asking if I am God. Fair, do you think it's gonna eat her? It's like, you're not the first one. And I'm asking what God is. And they are telling me. And I am not this God. They're telling you what it is. God's this.
What God is.
And this God is nowhere. Whoa, hey, atheism.
God is dead. God is dead and we killed him.
Well, you can't see God, or... Well, that's where faith comes in, I guess. Now, I never took May to be the religious kind of person, so you can't see God kind of admits that God exists, but that's where faith comes in, is like basically the go-to answer, but like, well, if you don't believe in God, well, why can't you see God? It's because you have faith. You can have faith what it believes. Moments ago is the beginning.
I am here then and here now. So maybe I am God.
And there's nowhere for God to be hiding. Well, he sees everything clearly, this cat. Maybe it's a she, who knows?
Maybe God just doesn't happen to be here right at this moment.
Well, that kind of goes against God's omnipresence, right? Monstrous existence. Well, that's a good name right there. What am I doing here? Monstrous existence, duh.
I doubt May's going to be getting too many answers from her own subconscious.
Well, who's to say that these are subconscious and not like spirits invading her mind?
Why would they be speaking with May specifically? Big Cat seems pretty chill.
Well, he's not eating her, so that's, yeah.
Yeah, off to a good start.
A great beast is walking through the sands,
They're called camels.
and they are climbing into the air.
They're still called camels if they find a big rock.
And now they are making a tear.
Or a tear.
I think a tear, because it's tearing up the place, and now they are gone. Now, I don't get it. Is this cat saying that ghosts are coming back? Like that the ghost we saw is the creature? Please explain. What do you mean by a tear? What's going on, Cat?
A tear between our reality and the spiritual world. I don't know. Fuck.
With their hooves, they're making a tear. Little creatures are wandering through the air.
This is all very cryptic.
And they are dragging in places and echoes of lives. Is this cat saying that May's not the first person to experience this? Do you think that the ghost is kidnapping people who have had these dreams?
Well, that's a fairly large leap to be making, Sunlight.
Well, just because this cat is saying that she's not the first little creature to ask if this thing is God. Either this is like a cycle that's going on, and like this cat's just like, yo, you're not the first? Because, I mean, she's talking about echoes and...
What are those, bed bugs?
Fleas, maybe.
So a bunch of fleas asked this thing if that thing is God?
No, I think, well, she was saying, like, he says there are things you can't see, but they can see you. And it's like, this is like getting to some extra-dimensional shit right here.
Yeah, this is frustrating and just full of riddles for the sake of riddles. Fucking just talk to me straight, dude.
I think you'll I think you're finding that... I think you'll find that when you're talking about metaphysical creatures of your subconscious, they're not going to be straightforward to you.
Well, fuck. Why would I be looking for answers within my own subconscious again?
I don't know. I mean, the question may be because your subconscious is thinking what you can't think.
What the fuck does that mean?
That your mind can think with things you can't? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's like a therapy thing.
What does that mean? I think you're trying to read into something that doesn't exist.
Possibly.
A hole at the center of everything. This guy, he's just speaking in metaphors layered on metaphors, and none of it has to make sense because, I don't know, he's just trying to be mysterious like that.
I don't think this cat's trying to be mysterious for the sake of it.
What is coming? Why? No. Just stop.
The hole
he
is
said
coming.
It is coming. No, just stop. He just said it is coming. Why didn't he just say what it is?
The hole at the center of everything. Maybe he's talking about oblivion.
That's pretty heavy for May to solve or to even hold on to.
Well, don't forget the tagline of this game was at the end of everything, hold on to anything. So maybe this cat's warning her that the end of all existence is coming soon. The end of everything is coming. Now, this is a curious option. You can either talk about your home and your friends, or you can talk about the leaves and the trees, which is kind of an odd thing to consider. I went with the obvious, with the home and the friends, because, you know, that's what May cares about, not about nature. Oh, well, that's comforting.
I mean, everything dies, and geologically speaking, everything is soon.
So obviously this cat's perceptions of time is extremely different from me, because he's saying soon they are dying and rotting. So soon, how soon is that?
I don't know, in like 80 years?
Yeah, exactly. For him, experience of time, or for it, there's your question. Why is she here? Why was she chosen to see all of this?
You are not chosen. Alright, so problem solved. This was a waste of time.
There is no one to choose you. I wonder if this is getting to the fourth wall.
Well, good.
Maybe this cat's, yeah, Crypto Cat over here is just basically saying, you'll be forgotten, oblivion is coming, everything dies, goodbye. But I will remember you, or I am remembering you. But not because I'm caring.
But because it knows all.
The beginning is moments ago. The end is moments away. there is no time to forget because you forget everything, I suppose.
Well, I mean, this is a dream. She's gonna wake up and just forget the entire conversation.
Maybe, maybe not. I haven't played past this, honestly. Goodbye, little creature.
Alright, whatever. We've accomplished nothing in this dream sequence. We saw nothing cool. Nothing tried to eat us, at least.
Yeah. No, I mean, let's think about it. Let's think about this dream. I mean, I know you said this dream means nothing, but I beg to argue. I beg to differ. I think that this dream is trying to tell us something important that's happening, and that is that May, number one, is not the first person to see these things. And number two, that the end is coming, whatever that means. Whether it's like literally her death, or the end of the world, something is coming for May, and it cannot be stopped. Whether this is like a fourth wall thing of saying eventually the game ends and you'll never turn it on again, kind of like Undertale, or if this is literally saying the end of the world will happen and you'll be forgotten, like everything is forgotten. That's what I think that the dream is trying to say anyway.
Okay, two rebuttals. On the first point that May is not the first or only person to see or to speak with CatGod. Who cares? What does that mean to May? And the second rebuttal is the message is that the ending is coming, oblivion is coming. What is May supposed to do with that information other than make her panic?
Despair. I think that's the whole point. I think the point is that eventually don't forget, I think this game is trying to draw a parallel between life that has no meaning. Like, don't forget, this small town is basically dying. There's nothing for it. It's shit to live in. And it feels like there's a quiet despair that nothing can be solved and nothing can be fixed, and that you'll be dead, forgotten because you don't matter. It's kind of a dark, bleak place to take it, but when you say that it's BS, why is May being chosen for all this? I mean, I think that the point, maybe, and this is like the distinction I'm drawing, is that the people that are being kidnapped or disappearing by the ghost are people who have seen these dreams, and that may be kidnapped one day. That's what I'm speculating.
Well, I guess we'll find out eventually.
We still have to find the ghost twice more if we're gonna see him twice more when we go hang out with Greg and with B. I wonder how the others are gonna react when they also see the thing.
Greg would probably go with it and call it a ghost.
B would just be like, Hunter, are you pregnant? That's a great way to go.
I would sooner assume B would fucking try to slap the guy.
Just be like, get away from me, I have mace in my purse.
Yeah. B seems like the type.
You can tell me I've been there, and despite nature's intentions, God came through and blessed us with you. Does May's mom actually believe May is pregnant?
Probably not.
Do you think she's just pulling her leg?
Yeah. You were a miracle, baby. Doesn't that mean that she was a mistake?
No, I think that she was... there you go. After all the miscarriages, we've given up hope. That's pretty grim. That's pretty dark.
Yeah, right.
And then there you were. And look at how much you fucked things up, May.
Yeah, really though. Couldn't even go to college.
Well, she tried.
Well, first she has to get it on with a guy.
Yeah, I was not in the situation where pregnancy happens.
The only two eligible males in her life are gay.
Well, let's not forget Cole, but she kind of threw him to the curb. I think the mom is serious.
No, I think...
She's semi-serious?
I don't think she's serious about May being pregnant, but she's clearly trying to... Like, she realizes that something's up with May, and she's trying to get May to open up, and something did just happen with May. She spoke with quote-unquote maybe God, maybe not God.
Well, it's not God. The thing was very clear that it was not God.
Well, okay, but fucking it also spoke to us in riddles and didn't give us a single straight answer. How do I know it's not lying?
Good question, but apparently we'll never see meet it again, so that's food for the discussion for later.
I came down the steps because I spoke with God. Or someone that claims he was not God, but clearly was.
CatGod, CatGod. Alone in the world was little CatGod.
Wasn't Cordelia a Fire Emblem character?
I believe it was, yeah.
She was a pretty good one. She was hot. Redhead.
My god, what a fucking day it's been, huh? Going to the park, drawing constellations, crossing paths with a ghost, having discussions with not God. Heavy stuff, man. For next time, we'll continue.